Make them. No, I didn't. No, I didn't say anything to him. We needed to. What were we from the line? Let me see here. 11 of 18. Yeah, no, we needed to make just enough. It was a hard game, not a great offensive game. Teams were missing a lot of shots. We couldn't really get a rhythm, and it was just one of those. But we made just enough plays. I still don't know how that layup at the end of the game, how Anthony or Cat Barber missed that. It looked like he had a good alley to the basket, but enough plays were made and guys for us stepped up. But to answer your question, I didn't say anything to Mike. He stepped up and it was 3 of 4 and we needed it. When Malcolm missed that one, I was that was a head scratcher there. You said he was impressive or aggressive? Oh, okay. Yeah. There's a difference, So no, and he took good shots. So I don't. But just want to make sure I heard that right. I thought we were a little out of sync early. I thought in the second half the ball did move better, but we were having a hard time getting a rhythm. I always go back and look, was it a quality look? And I thought there's a few times in the first half we maybe took a good shot, and could have gotten a better one. And I thought we were better in the second half, or more purposeful at going inside. I look at our big guys. They were 20 and 20. When I look at Anthony and Mike, 20 points, 20 rebounds combined. And I thought they were really continuous. And Eric and I were talking. They got a couple shots blocked, but they kept staying after it. Their second chance points, their aggressiveness, even on the defensive glass, was really important. And Darian he's given us so many lifts. But tonight it was those two stepping up. And we had just enough plays. Devin Hall and Evan Nolte made 2 big plays late in the game, off that ball screen. And then we call it a pocket pass. We got the bucket, and then Evan had that baseline drive for, I think it was Anthony, a little shovel pass to him. Real big plays needed to be made because we weren't making a lot of shots. So I was happy, and I think we struggled a little bit, but we'll hopefully keep adjusting. Yeah. They did a good job. Evan, one thing that doesn't show up on Evan is he chased Ralston around all game, and he had a great game against us at our place, especially in the first half. And Evan, he's 6'7", 6'8". He did a nice job of beating screens and using his length to at least make him shoot contested shots. A couple of shots Lacey hit, we live with some of those if you're on them. But I thought Evan's job defensively was kind of understated, but was really important in that game. And then again, I don't think Evan, he didn't turn it over, we only had 2 threes. Hit the 3, was steady. We got the lift from Devin, and then again, Mike did a nice job, and we just had just enough.
You talked about Toby and Joe having a combined 20 and 20. At the half, they had a combined 4 points.
Wow.
Say anything to them about it? It seemed like Mike was particularly.
Well, they were trapping the post, and for some reason, that's what we do when we go against it a lot. We just talked about, look, if it's the trap's coming, then you got to play out of it. But they didn't trap as much in the second half, and we decided we needed to try to go inside and get on the glass and be a little more patient. That's what we were talking about, is maybe pass up. In the first half, we were taking the first available outside shot, which is okay if a guy's got it going a little bit. But I think we were maybe a pass or 2 away from a nice inside touch, wearing them down a little more, because we have to do that with the way we are. It's kind of how we play, but even in this case more so. And I thought we had more patience to be intentional about touching the post with those 2 guys or Darian.
Coach, how do you explain your offensive rebounding? In conference games, you're 10th, getting 30% of your misses, and yet tonight you had 15 offensive rebounds. You had some big ones against Carolina. How do you explain that?
Well, when you miss as many shots as we missed tonight, there's going to be some more opportunities. But that speaks to we just said, how continuous and the heart that, in this case, Anthony and certainly Mike and Darian, they really get after it. I mean, they have a green light to really try to get to it. And then sometimes we'll let one of our guards, if he's around the play, but that's something we chart for them, their effort. And, if they don't check out real well at the end of a game, if they didn't go 90% of the time hard, then we have a pretty good talk about that the next day. And it's an accountability thing, because that's huge. In games like this, when you're struggling to get buckets, the ability to get second chance points, 13 of them for us. I mean, that's it. So I think their effort was great, and they're both naturally good offensive rebounders.
Aaron and then David. Sort of specific about Mike, as he's had a couple of big matches for you in the
Yeah. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, that one catch, he didn't put it on the floor. He went from point A to point B quick. And I said, I want to see that on defense now, how quick you go from point A to point B. We were teasing him, but that was impressive. Long step, and we needed that. And then making the big free throws. I thought he did show he was composed. He had a real tough defensive rebound. It was kind of a scramble, and he got, I don't know, reach behind him. But those are plays that need to be made. I mean, we always talk about making the plays offensively. Well, there's just tough catches, tough rebounds to make, a free throw make, all those things. Anthony was, I know, frustrated with his free throws, but we had just enough. And sometimes that's all it takes for us, and we're on a fine line right now. But it's a big win for us to come in here, and they played inspired. We knew they would. And they have talent. They're just inconsistent, and you can see the youth show up. Yeah. Yep. Turnstile. Yeah. Or Olay, or what do you want to say? Yeah. No. Yeah, and I said after the game, he is so quick, Anthony is. And that's where Justin's length and sitting down and his size. And I challenged, I said to Devin and to London after, I said, you guys, I hold you guys in such high esteem, and we work so hard on our slides. You guys are better than that. Credit to Anthony. But also, you guys can be better than that. I thought we got out of position a little bit, or we didn't give enough cushion. And once he gets a little shifts, you want me, boom, he's at the rim. So I thought that we weren't great at that. I thought that was poor, and we better shore that up. And yeah, Justin did do a good job on him in that game in our place. Yeah, I mean, it was a grinder. You say it wasn't pretty, but it was a win, all those cliches. But, yeah, we weren't – you look at the shooting percentages, it was hard. Even Louisville was tough. It wasn't quite as charged as that. But you got to do what you got to do, and we just stayed in there long enough. There wasn't a rhythm. We couldn't get going, and we stayed in there long enough, and then a couple of key plays. The Evan Nolte shovel pass, Devin Hall's big play that got us out to 5, and, that thing was back and forth. And it was just enough plays to be made. But, yeah, we have to improve. We have to be better than that. And but we certainly take it and are thankful for it. Yeah. Well, that was because Nolte got cracked in the – I don't know what happened on that one. And I wouldn't have put him in, but I just was looking at the score of that. And then Malcolm makes 1 out of 2 free throws. I should have kept him out, right? So, yeah, that's and then we tried to work the clock, use timeouts. We said one more possession defensively, but he can roadblock it a little bit, like he can more than a little bit. He can do that well, like Justin could, and we thought that would be important.
Last question for Doug. Talk about the significance of winning the first game after Justin getting out. How much that.
Yeah, I mean, again, a little bit of an adjustment, as we said. We got to get a feel for that. Every game's important. I always tell them, it's not going to make your season if you win it. It's not going to break your season if you lose it. And I think it was one of those. But to kind of struggle along and have to grind it out and make enough plays, I think gives them a little validates that, hey, look, you can do this, but we just got to do it a little better. So, yeah, very important. And, this is a fight. And every one you get on the road and home is big. And so this one could have gone either way. We were fortunate. I realized that.